Have you ever felt completely alone, even when surrounded by people who care about you? There are moments in life when everything looks fine on the outside, yet inside your heart feels heavy, silent, and unseen. You try to be strong, you try to stay busy, but when the day ends and you are left with your thoughts, a quiet emptiness begins to speak. In those moments, many people turn toward God. They close their eyes, fold their hands, and try to pray. But something feels missing. The words come out, yet they feel dry, mechanical, almost distant. And slowly, a painful doubt begins to grow inside. Is anyone really listening to me? Am I doing this the right way? Why do I feel no answer? This silent struggle is more common than we think. Inspired by the gentle wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda, we begin to understand that the problem is not with God's presence, but with our connection. We have been taught many ways to speak, but not how to feel. We have learned rituals, but forgotten relationship. Deep within, every human heart carries a natural longing to connect with something higher, something loving, something eternal. But when that connection feels blocked, it can create confusion, frustration, and even a sense of spiritual loneliness. If you have ever felt that your prayers are not reaching anywhere, or that God feels distant and silent, then pause for a moment and gently ask yourself, what if the issue is not that God is far away, but that we have not yet discovered the simple, natural way to truly talk to Him? Many people quietly struggle with a hidden belief that talking to God is something complicated, something reserved only for the deeply spiritual or highly disciplined. They feel that unless they use the right words, follow the right rituals, or sit in perfect stillness, their prayers will not be heard. So they hesitate. They delay. They tell themselves, I will pray when I feel more focused, when I understand more, when I become better. But while they are waiting, something very important is being ignored. The natural voice of the heart that is already trying to speak. Inspired by the gentle guidance of Paramahansa Yogananda, we begin to see that the real problem is not a lack of knowledge or technique, but a lack of inner connection. Many people have learned how to repeat prayers, but they have forgotten how to feel them. They speak words, but their heart is somewhere else, burdened by worry, distracted by life, or quietly doubting if it even matters. Over time, this creates a subtle distance. Not because God has moved away, but because the communication has become mechanical instead of meaningful. It becomes like speaking into an empty space without expecting a response. And slowly, without realizing it, people stop trying deeply. They may still pray, but without hope, without presence, without that living feeling of connection. The hidden problem is this: we are not truly talking to God. We are only going through the motion of talking, while our heart remains closed, waiting to be heard. The reason this disconnection happens is deeply rooted in the nature of the human mind and our daily way of living. The mind is rarely still. It is constantly moving from one thought to another, replaying the past, worrying about the future, and reacting to every small situation. So when a person finally sits down to talk to God, instead of feeling peace, they often face even more noise inside. Thoughts become louder, distractions increase, and a subtle restlessness takes over. Doubt quietly enters the heart. Is this even working? Why don't I feel anything? Inspired by the inner teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda, we begin to understand that God is not absent. He is simply hidden behind this constant mental activity. It is like trying to see your reflection in water that is always disturbed. No matter how close you are, you cannot see clearly until the surface becomes calm. In the same way, the divine presence within you is always there, but the restless mind creates a barrier that makes it feel distant. Psychologically, we are also trained to seek quick results. We expect immediate answers, clear signs, or strong emotions. But the language of the divine is often subtle, quiet, and deeply peaceful. When we don't receive instant feedback, we assume nothing is happening. This misunderstanding creates frustration and distance. In truth, the connection with God is not about forcing an experience. It is about gently calming the mind, softening the heart, and learning to feel beyond thoughts. When this begins to happen, even slightly, you realize that the silence you once feared was actually the beginning of a deeper conversation. Another deeper reason this distance is felt lies in the patterns we carry within us. Patterns shaped by past experiences, emotions, and what we often call karma. Over time, every disappointment, every hurt, every unanswered moment leaves a subtle imprint on the heart. These impressions slowly form beliefs such as, I am not worthy, or maybe God does not listen to me. Without realizing it, we begin to approach the divine with hesitation instead of openness. Inspired by the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda, we understand that karma is not a punishment, but a pattern, an accumulation of past thoughts and actions that influence how we feel and respond in the present. If someone has faced repeated struggles or emotional pain, they may unknowingly carry a sense of doubt into their prayers. Even while speaking to God, a quiet voice inside may whisper, "This will not work." This inner resistance blocks the natural flow of connection. It is like standing in sunlight but keeping your eyes closed. The light is there, but you are not allowing yourself to receive it. Destiny, too, plays a role, not as something fixed and unchangeable, but as a direction shaped by our past tendencies. If we have spent more time trusting the outer world than the inner presence, then turning inward may feel unfamiliar at first. But this does not mean the connection is lost. It only means it has been neglected. The beautiful truth is that every pattern, no matter how deep, can be softened and transformed. The moment you become aware of these inner blocks, you begin to loosen their hold. And slowly, with patience and sincerity, the heart starts to open again, making space for a more real and living connection with God. You can begin to notice this disconnection in small, everyday moments of your life. There are times when you turn to God only when something goes wrong, when you feel pain, confusion, or fear. But when life feels normal or comfortable, that connection quietly fades into the background. You may sit to pray, speak the words you have learned, yet your mind is wandering somewhere else, thinking about problems, plans, or people. After finishing, there is no sense of peace, only the same heaviness you started with. Sometimes, you may even compare yourself to others and feel that their faith is stronger, that they experience something deeper while you feel left behind. This can create a silent feeling of inadequacy, as if something is missing within you. At other times, there is a different kind of experience, a subtle, almost unexplainable feeling. In a quiet moment, or during a difficult phase, you may sense a gentle pull inside your heart, a soft longing that does not come from outside. It feels like a call, something inviting you to pause, to turn inward, to listen. Inspired by the understanding shared by Paramahansa Yogananda, this feeling is not random. It is the beginning of awareness, a sign that the connection you are seeking is already trying to awaken within you. Even in moments when you feel lost, when prayers feel empty, or when doubt arises, these experiences are not failures, they are signals. They are showing you that something deeper is waiting to be discovered. The longing itself is meaningful, because it reminds you that beyond all confusion and distraction, there is still a part of you that wants to connect, to understand, and to feel the presence of something greater. The way to heal this distance is not through complexity, but through sincerity and gentle awareness. You do not need perfect words, special rituals, or a fixed method to talk to God. What truly matters is your honesty and presence in that moment. Inspired by the simple yet profound teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda, the first step is to speak to God as you would speak to someone who understands you completely. You can say, "I feel confused. I feel tired. I don't know what to do, and let those words come naturally from your heart. There is no need to hide or pretend. Then, after speaking, allow yourself to sit quietly for a few moments. Do not rush away. This silence is not empty. It is where your awareness begins to deepen. At first, your mind may still wander, but gently bring your attention back without judgment. Over time, this simple practice begins to calm the inner noise. Another important step is to bring feeling into your prayer. Even one sincere sentence, spoken with true emotion, carries more depth than many repeated words without presence. You can also begin with gratitude, even for small things, because gratitude softens the heart and opens a natural connection. Try to practice this daily, even if only for a few minutes, not as a duty but as a quiet meeting with the divine. Slowly, you will notice a shift. The act of talking to God will no longer feel forced or distant. It will begin to feel natural, comforting, and real. You may not always receive clear answers, but you will start to feel a subtle peace, a quiet support within. And that feeling itself becomes the response you were searching for. The deepest awakening begins when you slowly realize that the connection you were searching for was never truly outside of you. It has always been within, quietly, waiting for your awareness to turn inward. The feeling of distance, the silence you once feared, was not the absence of God, but the space where a deeper understanding was trying to emerge. Inspired by the wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda, we come to see that God does not respond in loud voices or dramatic signs, but in subtle ways, in a calm thought, in a sense of inner clarity, in a peace that gently replaces your confusion. When your heart becomes even slightly still, when your mind softens its constant movement, you begin to feel something different. It may be quiet, almost unnoticeable at first, but it carries a deep sense of comfort, as if you are no longer facing life alone. This is the true conversation with the divine, not always through words, but through awareness, through presence, through a feeling of connection that cannot be easily explained. As this awareness grows, your relationship with life itself begins to change. You react less with fear and more with trust. You seek less from the outside and feel more complete within. Slowly, a new understanding takes root. You are not separate. You were never separate. The same presence you are trying to reach is already a part of your being. And when this realization deepens, even your prayers transform. They are no longer requests born out of lack, but expressions of connection, gratitude, and quiet love. This is the awakening, not something sudden or dramatic, but a gentle return to what has always been true. As this message gently comes to an end, take a quiet moment just for yourself. Wherever you are, pause, breathe slowly, and turn your attention inward. You don't need to go anywhere special. You don't need to prepare anything, because the space to connect with the divine is already within you. Inspired by the timeless wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda, remember that God is not waiting for perfect prayers. God is simply waiting for your presence. Even tonight, before you sleep, close your eyes and speak honestly from your heart. Say whatever you truly feel, without fear, without doubt, and then sit quietly for a few moments. Let that silence embrace you. That stillness you begin to feel, that subtle peace, is not empty. It is a response. It is a connection. Carry this simple practice into your daily life, and slowly, you will notice that you are never really alone. If this message touched your heart in any way, you can gently support this journey by subscribing to the channel and sharing this video with someone who may be silently searching for the same answers. I would also love to hear from you. Write a comment below and share your experience. Have you ever felt this kind of connection, or are you still searching for it? And tell me, what kind of spiritual topic would you like to explore in the next video? Your thoughts truly matter, and this space grows with your voice. Until we meet again, stay calm, stay aware, and stay connected to the divine presence within you. Jai Gurudev.